Baltimore Ravens are fresh off their bye week, and as they got back to practice, as people got back in meetings and interviews, there's a new report that came out that the Baltimore Ravens had a player-led meeting that has possibly led to the turnaround we're seeing in this defense over the past couple weeks. I'll take a deep dive into what guys like Darius Washington, Marlon Humphrey had to say about the meeting, and talk about the different that we've seen so far in the past few weeks. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I gave you a challenge last week, okay? Steelers Talk host Jack Sperry challenged me, said we couldn't get 400 likes on a video. Well, we blew that out of the water. And then Giants Now host Marshall Green, he's coming at me and saying, okay, Joey, I don't think y'all can hit 600. Well, we're playing the Giants this week. That's his favorite team in the whole wide world. Honestly, poor him from that. Let's make him feel even worse about it. Let's get 600 likes on the video. So when we used to see this picture right here, okay, or when we saw this picture right there originally, we thought, oh my gosh, another touchdown by Jamar Chase, and kind of all wanted to stab pencils into our eyes. But now you look at it with a little bit of a different look and think that this right here, Jamar Chase's performance, Joe Burrow's performance, that is maybe what led to the change and the turnaround in this defense and what it needed. Darius Washington was asked yesterday about the all-defensive meeting that took place in November, and he said, excuse my language, but it was really like F everybody. F everything else that's going around. Let's play together as one. That was the main focus for sure. So after hearing this, and you're going to take a deep dive into that meeting a little bit more when we're going to hear from Marlon Humphrey, but hearing that and seeing how this defense has played the past few weeks, what is your confidence level in this group? Okay, scale it for me in the comment section down below. 1 meaning you're least confident, 10 meaning you're most confident. You're about to get hit with a YouTube ad break. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. So take advantage of that time, find the comment, and reply 1 to 10. So this is what led to the meeting. 470 total yards of offense, 421 passing yards, 49 rushing yards, 6.3 yards per play, and 27 first downs. I remember being live for that game and just thinking to myself, my goodness, Cincinnati is doing anything and everything they want to do with the football. Joe Burrow looked like a freak. He looked like the second coming of Tom Brady and Joe Montana if they had a baby. 60% completion percentage, 428 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. And then Lamar Jackson looked like if Jerry Rice and Randy Moss had a baby. 11 receptions, 264 yards, 24 yards per catch, and 3 touchdowns. But then they had this meeting. People got fed up, and things have changed. If you look at the defense, the past 3 games, weeks 11 through 13, 281 total yards per game, 115 rush yards per game, 165 pass yards per game. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. And the third down percentage is 30.9. Opponents have gone 13 for 42. Now, where does that rank? Joey, you can throw 100 numbers at me. I'm not going to know what that means. I don't know if they're doing well. Well, guys, they're doing really well. 4th in the NFL in total yards per game, 16th in rush yards per game, which is funny because, that was easily our biggest strength and has been all season is that run defense, and kind of as the pass defense gotten better, run defense got a little bit worse. But hey, I'll take the yin and yang of it, okay? Pass yards per game, number 1. 1st in the NFL, and then 3rd down conversion rate for the opponent's offenses is 3rd in the National Football League, okay? So a lot has changed. And it seems to me that when they had this meeting back in November after the Bengals game, that is when things changed. That's when things became different, and that's when this Ravens defense has started playing like we're used to seeing a Ravens defense play, okay? It was all led by players. It was all stirred by players. Sure, Zach Orr was there as well. He's as big a part in this as any, but the players have taken accountability. You'll hear more about that in just a little bit. We're going to talk about Marlon Humphrey, what he had to say about this. He's got a lot of really great insight about the accountability, about the brand. But before we get into that, got to give a massive shout out to our sponsors of today's video, and there's our friends over at Game Time. If you're looking to get tickets to a Ravens game, maybe an Orioles game in the spring, anything you want to go see, you should use Game Time to get your tickets. It's the only place I go when I'm trying to get tickets to any college football or NFL game. Game Time has an awesome feature. It's called Game Time Picks, and it makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats. You don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, including great and amazing deals for the highest value seats at the time. For some events, Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the highest seat value in the venue. Guys, there's so many reasons I love to use Game Time, okay? I love the last minute tickets and flash deals. I love the lowest price guarantee. But in my opinion, you cannot beat the fact that you get to see the view from your seats before you even buy the ticket. Can't tell you how much money I've spent on awesome tickets to awesome sporting events, and I'm so excited for it that I get there and my view's not the best. There's something blocking it, whether it's a railing, extended press box. Well, that doesn't happen with our friends over at Game Time. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It is game time. If this is your first time ever watching one of our videos, or heck, if it's your 100th time watching one of our videos and you're still not subscribed to the channel, I got a question for you. What are you doing? This is the best place to be for any Ravens content on YouTube. All you got to do is hit that link below. It's in the comments and description of today's video. Join the family, join the flock, and let's talk about Marlon Humphrey, okay? Because he was talked to Monday and media day after the bye week, and this is what he had to say. He said the message kind of became a little bit clear. If you want to play ball, then we'll get you out there. But if you don't, you're going to have to sit on the sidelines. I think guys responded really well to what was being preached amongst the coaches, amongst the players, and we're holding guys more accountable now. The brand we're playing, it's disrespectful to be in this Ravens uniform and play like that. And I feel like we've turned that corner. It's not perfect. I still think there are more corners to turn. But the mindset has really changed. The mindset has really changed, and that's where it starts. And this is what I've been waiting for. This is what you've been waiting for. We've seen this defense, and it's made us rack our brains for this entire season, okay? We've seen them play the way they've been playing, and it's been confusing because you saw the defense the way they played in 2023, and you only took out a couple of components, okay? You took out Jadeveon Clowney, you took out Geno Stone, and maybe a guy here or there, but for the most part, you were running it back with kind of all the same guys. Yet there was a massive drop-off. And if you still look at the statistics for it, they're 31st in yards per game, 23rd in yards per pass, 30th in most pass percentage and yards after catch, and 25th in yards after catch over expected. But the thing is they're getting better. Their first 12 weeks, first 10 weeks of the season, buried this pass defense too. I don't know if they'll be able to overcome anything in the overall 17 games. Look at it. But if you look at the past 3 weeks, what this team has been doing and what opposing quarterbacks have been doing to this team, it's so refreshing. 60% completion percentage, 165 yards per game, a touchdown, and an interception. And that's not like against schmucks, okay? That's against Russell Wilson, against Justin Herbert, and against Jalen Hurts, okay? It's not like it's against Tommy DeVito, Ben DiNucci, and Drew Lock, okay? Those are against three guys that know how to play ball, that are great quarterbacks at this league. Russell Wilson's won 2 Super Bowls. Justin Herbert's the most handsome guy in the NFL. Jalen Hurts has been to a Super Bowl, and he's been in the NFL for 3 years, okay? And last week, this is my take on this all, and this is what makes me so excited, is last week I sat here, you sat here, and we questioned this team's culture. We said, I don't know if they can compete into January because the culture feels different. And that was all warranted. The Deontay Johnson suspension made us reflect on the Eddie Jackson situation. But after hearing this report coming out, it makes me feel a whole lot better about this culture. It makes me feel a whole lot better about this defense. And it makes me feel a whole lot better about the leaders of this team. In last week's video, I said at the end of it, I said I need Harbaugh to step up, and I need these players to step up. Think about doing the things they were doing weeks 1 through 11 with Ray Lewis out there, with Ed Reed out there, Would any of those guys let that slide? The answer is no. 0% chance. Now it looks like Marlon Humphrey stepping up. We know Roquan Smith is a leader of this team, and that's why things have been turning around, because they're taking accountability. They're coming together as one, playing together as one, and it's been awesome to see. Okay, you still got a lot of games left. These are very important games. You need to win at least 3 of them if you want any chance at winning this division. You go to the Giants, 14.9 points per game, dead last in the NFL. But then you got 2 really good offenses to face after that. Steelers, 24.8 points per game, 10th in the NFL. Texans, 23.7 points per game, 11th in the NFL. And they've got the weapons to hurt you, man. C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Joe Mixon. Must I go on? So those 2 games are going to be massive. And then you round out the season in early January, taking on the Browns. They're averaging 17.8 points per game, okay? So you've seen a lot the last 3 weeks. But the question is, what are you going to see in the next 4? That's what's really going to define this season. That's what's really going to define the 2024 Baltimore Ravens. So I got a question for you guys. How many points per game does Baltimore let up in these final 4 games? Let me know in the comment section down below. Weigh in. Give me your guesses. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, what you doing? Hit that sub button.